Hello again, welcome to another Saga battle report. I'm afraid I haven't got too many photos in this one. My camera decided to play up and battery would die, so it was a quick snap and then I had to turn my camera off until the next turn, then take another snap then. But this time it's my Anglo-Saxons up against the Jomsviking. The models for the Jomsviking, he's actually doing a Japanese army, so it's a standing army, but it's all samurai and looks pretty cool. So this is the last game of the tournament that we're playing. We have got a Feast for Crows after this, but I couldn't record that because by the time I'd done this one, my camera was dead. And the scenario we're playing is the challenge, so both our warlords are there in the centre. And my setup is my normal 11-11-10, and a warlord, all warriors. And my opponent's Jomsviking is all Hearthguard, broken down into a 6-6 and 4. So in the first turn, I think we both move up in the first turn, and our warlords don't engage. Obviously within charge range, so we have to engage, else we can't move. So neither of us move. So in the second turn, my opponent's got his Hearthguard up there to engage my warlord, and does I think about 4 wounds. It's the scenario where you've got 12 wounds in your character. So I didn't mind too much because that put me in front actually, as you'll see later on. So he moves some guys up as well, and then I get ready to move my guys up. How I'm looking at it now, I've taken the wounds and I'm now winning the game. So all I have to do now is keep my warlord alive and not engage his warlord, and I've won. It's a bit gamey, I know, but we are playing in a tournament, so I am trying to win the scenario. But I will engage with my infantry against his infantry because the difference in victory points at the end of the game also goes towards scores. Helps in case of draws and that the tournament. If I didn't engage with anything, it'd be a bit unfair on my opponent, so my warriors will be going in. But in the meantime, I'm going to try and get my warlord back. The only way I can do that now is to block him off from being able to charge the opponent's warlord and retire. So my force ends up looking something like this. I think that first engagement we had was a turn 2 engagement as well. That's why we seem to have moved up quite quickly. Just trying to work out why it doesn't make sense. So as I said, my camera stopped working. I was going to give up on it, and then it started working again. So I kept switching it off. I get another couple of snaps. So here, as I said, I pulled my ward right behind my lines, got everyone in front of him to protect him, and now it's just the fact I have to defend my warlord. The scenario is also, the tournament is also run on how many kill points difference there is for ties. So, although I want to keep my warlord alive, I also want to get into combat, just so everyone has a chance of getting some points of me and vice versa. So I throw in my guys there. It looks like my opponent has missed a turn. He hasn't. He spent a turn just trying to get up some wrath, removing fatigue markers off his units, and trying to bring up some support units as well. I think this might have been one of the turns where he rolled really low on the dice. Only got the whatever the worst result is on I think it's like a Y for the Jomsviking. And so he didn't do very much. So my turn, I've moved up with the rest of my guys, and I charge in there with my Charles. And yep, they beat the 6 Hearthguard, but only kill off 2. But drive him away, and now his warlord is in a position where he has to charge my guys if he's activated to move. So, in my opponent's turn, he charges in with his warlord. I play all defensively. I don't want to kill his warlord. I don't want to put any more wounds on him. I've got to keep my warlord with the least amount of wounds on him. So, excuse me. He doesn't do very much to me, and I push him away. And then in my following turn, I start moving my troops up just to form a good shield wall and get ready to engage everything. Yeah, and this is where all hell breaks loose. My opponent has been playing, even though he seems a bit quiet, he has been playing to get his wrath up, and I think he's at his top, whatever it is, 5 or 6 wrath. And he comes in with his warlord and his 6-man Hearthguard unit and just wipes out my remaining 10 or so, or 9 or 10 Charles there, which is slightly annoying. But I've got a good charge on there, and I don't think he's got any abilities left on his battle board, which is exactly what I do. Yeah, I just charge in there, wipe out the remaining 5 Hearthguard, and yeah, there's no fatigue on them, but I will put fatigue on them in a minute because they're taking that pretty quick. And that's the end of my go. And holy crap, that's the Warlord by himself, just wiped out that large unit of 11, 10 Charles Warriors. Yeah, I didn't expect that, but he played the ability, which I think either causes the amount of hits equal to the amount of wrath, or double. I have a feeling it was double, and he was at his max wrath. So I think that's 10 automatic hits is caused. So it's not extra attacks, so it doesn't go towards the double maximum of double amount of his attacks. It's just hits on the opponent. So yeah, with 10 automatic hits plus his 5, and I had fatigue on me, so he was hitting me on 3s. Yeah, he wiped out my entire bloody Charl band, which was surprising to me. But again, yeah, that was me playing defensively as well, because again, I don't want any attacks on him, so I'd saved half my attacks into defense dice. But I didn't do any damage to him, thankfully. But yeah, wiped that unit out. So my turn, he's used up his ability, so I charge my Charles into his warriors to try and wipe them out. I only killed 2 of them, but I lost quite a few from my own by the looks of it, which I was surprised with. But then I was in a bit of a stalemate here. I can't let him have a combined charge with his warrior onto my Charles and his Hearthguard, his Warlord on his Hearthguard. That would just wipe him out. So what I do, I bring my Warlord across into a position where if he activates the move, he has to charge my Warlord. I'm not too fussed to be charged my Warlord. I have major doubts he could take. Excuse me. He can take him out in one swing. I mean, I've still got 8 wounds on him. But the more damage he does to me, more chance I have winning. There's no way I can do that much damage to him, so it's all win-win for me. As long as I stop him charging my Charles. And it seemed to pay off. Yeah, he charged his Hearthguard in by themselves into my Charles, and they managed to kill the 2 Hearthguard, but lost 1, 2, 3, 6, 8 in return. But I still have 1 guy remaining, and just for the fight's sake, I think he does throw his Warlord into my Warlord, but it was a bit of a pillow fight, and nothing happened either way. So that's how the game ends. Yeah, I've not fought Jomsviking and allowed them to get wrath before. I can see why. It's something I've not normally allowed them to do, which really gets annoying for my opponents. But in this game, it wasn't about the wounds, it was all about the Warlord. And if I could give him wrath to stop him moving to engage my Warlord, I was well and truly happy with it. Just to show that Warlord going in and wiping out 10, 11 Charles in one swing, that was pretty violent. And that was me on the defensive as well. But a great game, and it's another win to me. So there's just a couple of shots from my reenactment group at Totnes Castle this weekend. I was only able to get a few early ones off while I was setting up. But the game itself, that went really well. The tournament went well. I think I should come out on top of this tournament. It's a fantasy one next, which my goblins are probably not going to do so well at, but we shall see. As I say, Jomsviking, once you start giving them that wrath, they go nuts, don't they? So I was glad that was all over. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, like the video, and I'll hopefully see you soon. I will be doing more Saga. I want to get up to some 6-point games and have some proper games in now. I'm just painting up some Saxon slingers, so that'll add to my list nicely. So that was more Dark Age Warriors. I've got 80 of them now, so it won't be long. I'll be doing War and Conquest, though I'm already starting to paint some Romans up for that. So yeah, fingers crossed, all go well. So till the next time, farewellis.